Today is Saturday the 13th of August. And I have to make a quick run into Alsfeld today to pick up a sack of plaster for Karin. She has plastered 2 walls and she has another wall to do up on the 4th floor in our house. We need a room to store everything, like all my old pictures, LPs. I mean, what are we going to do with 450 LPs? But you can't just throw them away. I guess there are people that are interested in them. There are also books. It's almost all things that will either go into our new office the room is actually finished. It's just full of boxes, and we have to get rid of the boxes before we can set up the furniture in there. So we're making a storage room up on the top floor. We'll put all the stuff up there, and then bring it down as we have place to put it permanently or whatever. In any case, that's more or less what we've been doing. We also have been doing a lot of cooking. We've started a blog. I don't like that word. I just really dislike that word, but it has established itself for what it is. So, and that's basically what we're making is a blog, another cooking, eating, fine living, good food blog. In fact, the name of it is ourdeliciousfood.com. And I'm having a rather rocky relationship with WordPress. It turns out there's no simple way to change line spacing. You have to edit what's called a .css file, and I'm having trouble finding the .css file that I need. There are very, very many of them. I'm familiar with Unix and with Linux, so I don't have any trouble with the server, but this software this blogging software from WordPress is I don't know. I don't find it really, well, it's intuitive on the one hand, but not exactly simple. And I just don't have the energy or the time to really immerse myself in it like I would have 30 years ago. Actually, I was just thinking 30 years ago is about when I started working with computers. My first computer ran IBM DOS. It had 2 5¼ floppy drives, which you young folk won't even recognize, I guess. I insisted on using IBM OS2 until IBM gave up on OS2 themselves, and even after that I tried to use it for a while, but it's one of those things that you can't fight. You can't fight the industry. Microsoft had taken over. Windows was a terrible operating system. In fact, it wasn't an operating system at all at first. first Windows 3, which I used, was just an add-on for DOS that didn't work at all well. And things have not gotten better. But I have to basically use Windows for my work now because my translations are all done in Microsoft Word, because that's what all the customers I have need and use and want. So, as usual, it's a financial matter. It's a beautiful day, as you see today. Very nice weather. We've had virtually no summer. It has rained almost every day. The end of June to until August now. Today is the first really sunny day we've had in a long time. Temperature is, let me check here, 25 degrees Celsius, which is, I guess, 75 or something Fahrenheit, 80, I don't know. Anyway, it's pleasant. Well, it's pleasant in the car because it's air conditioned. Karin has been very busy at work. The semester is over, but exams are held in the veterinary department. In any case, exams are held during summer break. And these are very important exams because basically if these students don't pass these exams, they're going to have to look for a new line of work, because they won't be able to become veterinarians without passing these exams. So the students and the faculty make the biggest possible efforts to make sure that as many as possible will pass. And I think they usually pass 85%. So she's been very busy with taking care of the paperwork involved, and we've also done some moving around the furniture at home. We had a big bookcase cabinet in the chapel. And since we have a new sideboard in the chapel, there wasn't really room anymore. We've always eaten in the chapel when only the 2 or maybe 4 people are there. But it was really kind of uncomfortable. So we moved the one big cabinet out with the cookbooks in it. And that was quite a job, actually. We put cloths underneath the feet of the cabinet and slid it. Probably weighs 300 pounds. And we slid it on the oak floor, and it moved fine, no problem. So this is Alsfeld, and we're just going to go to the building supply place where we will, like I said, just get a sack of plaster. Anyway, we moved the cabinet in there, moved all the books. We had to take the books out, of course. And we bought another big book cabinet. Karin has an uncontrollable penchant for buying cookbooks. And we have almost 500, I think. So we need lots of room, of course, for to store them. So we bought another cabinet, and it's a turn of the, let's see, from the 19th to the 20th century. And had to ask 4 or 5 very strong young men to come help us move it. So this is Hercules Baumarkt, the building supply place that I'm going to. It's a nice Mercedes here next to us, a C-type station wagon. By the way, I'm doing a Kenny Miller on this video. I have my cell phone stuck to the mirror, to the rear view mirror, and I find it does a pretty good job of making videos. I'll let you look at this Mercedes next to me here. If we buy a new car, this is probably what it will be. Maybe even in gray like this, probably though in silver. To give you a little bit of an idea of what a German building supply place looks like. Sorry that I shake so bad, but I can't really do much about that. So 50 pound bag of plaster. A very nice young man helped me put it in the car. Here's another picture of that Mercedes. I really do like this Mercedes. I guess I should mention that this is I think like what in America is called Home Depot. It's not a building supply place for builders. It's for home handy workers. And at one time we had 3 of these markets in Alsfeld, and then the one, I don't remember what happened, but they closed it anyway. And then the other one we really liked. They just weren't making enough sales, and they tried to get the owner of the building to reduce the rent. Rents here are just out of this world, and he refused, so they just closed the place down, and now the building is completely unused, of course. Something about cutting off one's nose to spite one's face or something, but in any case, that's the way things happen here quite often. There are a lot of buildings that could be rented if they would just be reasonable with the rent, but they're not. So it's 7 o'clock, no, it's 7:20, and we're on our way home. Another nice Mercedes station wagon. Thing is, if we get a C-Class Mercedes like that, I don't want one with a little sewing machine motor in it. I want that proper engine. And the V8s are really expensive. They're actually kind of hard to get. We wouldn't buy a new one anyway. We'd buy probably a 1-year-old car because the obvious depreciation on the first year is just ridiculous. So there's a possibility to get 1-year-old cars here and pay considerably less. I'm sorry you're going to be facing the sun, but I am facing the sun too, and I have to drive the car. Yeah. Oh, there's a tandem. No, actually I don't know what that is. Oh, he's being towed up. It's a paraglider here over to my left. I'm sorry I can't show you when I'm driving, I guess. He's being towed up. I can see the parachute with the line going up to it. There's no place I can pull off here either, unfortunately. But you've all seen paragliders anyway, so